Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's...
There we go. Stay. Stay. Howdy doody, campers. Mr. Camp Facer in the house. There, my mic was shorting out. Shit. What did I just say? I said don't drink until you're 21. Go drink the Kool-Aid and then come back to the channel. Don't listen to me. I'm a bad influence to you guys. How's everybody doing tonight here in the chat? Let's see. If you guys didn't notice, I was outside a little while ago trying to go live from my phone. And my internet connection on my phone just wasn't having it. So I came inside and I was like, you know what? I want to go live here and just do instead of live streaming a game, Deadly kind of influenced me because I was watching some of his streams and I'm like, you know what? I haven't tried that in a little. I know I did it a long time ago, but not in a while. And I just kind of want to talk for a little bit. This isn't going to be a long stream, so don't leave and be like, I wish he was playing a game. I'm not sticking around. Just stick around for a little bit and chat. The title says it all. Ask me any question you guys want, and I will try my best to answer. If it's a ridiculous question, I'm not going to answer it. But ask me anything you want. You might get an answer, you might not. But we're here to chat. I kind of want to just talk a little bit about what's going on lately, anyways, between us and our situation, leaving this property after 30 fucking years. But let me do a shout out quick to a few people here. We got Bodie Channel in the house. We got Ghostfire. What's up, Ghosty Fire? Rage Games. What's up? Deadly in the house. A Tallboy Slasher member and moderator of the channel. We got Mr. Nightbot says go join the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, click the link. It's free. We do movies over there. We all hang out. We talk about video games, collectibles, and more. It's fun. Go check the Discord out. It's easy to sign up. It's free. And you'll see me there all the time along with all these guys. Supreme Slice in the house, a member of the channel. What's up, Supreme? Slick Ninja's here. What's up, Slick? Yeah, sometimes, I just want to talk, and I know I talk over in the Discord, but this is kind of out to the whole public YouTube people out there. Everything. I love antifreeze. You drink antifreeze? That shit's nasty, man. You can die from that. Ethan, Camp Tallboy Slasher member here and a moderator of the channel. Ethan, what's going on? How you doing, man? Oh, it's Slick Ninja's wife. What's up, girlfriend? What's happening? This is not my trailer, but it would be damn cool if it was. Look how 80s this thing is. This thing, you guys, this trailer, this camper right here, if I own this, I would totally gut it out and I would, using my carpentry skills, I would rebuild a little like video game. Like it'd be like my office. It'd be like my man cave for video gaming. I'd have a little beer mini fridge. I'd have speakers set up. I'd have the widescreen flat screen TV. who who said? Wait, who was it that said? Do you have a flat screen? Like, was that Blue? Was that Blue that said? You must be rich. You must have a flat screen. Who was that, you guys? But yeah, I would turn this thing inside out and make it like sweet as hell. I'd leave it 80s, like orange and yellow stripe on the side. Uh Someday, no matter where we end up, because you guys know we're moving, someday I would like love to get a camper for cheap, because you can find them cheap. Like an old beat up one, to like fix it up and just use it in your backyard, just as like a like run like extension cords to the back to it. Sydney's here. What's up? Cheers. Coop Dog. So, anyways, our little recap to anybody out there on the YouTube land that doesn't know what's going on here at camp. I know this happens to everybody out there, and I'm not trying to act like I'm the only one and blah blah blah, and I'm going through something that no one's ever been through, but we have been here on this piece of property, renting this house in the woods, beautiful location, for 25 to 30 years, give or take. I say 25 to 30 because for a short period of time we lived in the house next door on the through like a little gap of woods, and as soon as this house here became available, we moved our furniture literally through the woods and moved into here. Same landlord. So I say we've been here for 30 years. The street, the neighbors, the town, the woods, the campfire in the back, the property, the memories, the bands I've played in, the parties we've had. It's been home for 30 freaking years. The landlord, about 15 years ago, sold the first house we were in. And we always joked like, oh crap, I hope he doesn't sell this house. And then we just never thought about it after that. About a month ago, he called us up and said, hey, I'm selling the house. You guys have until October 15th. No, originally he said you have until the end of the year to get out, which would be January 1st. So the end of December. And even then we're like, holy crap, what the fuck, you know? Because around here in this little town, in this small state of Rhode Island, we live near the beaches. All the tourists that are rich come here and they buy these little houses and they flip them and they make them into like freaking mansions, and then they use them as summer homes, or now people are just renting not year round that much anymore. They're just doing summer rentals, and they jack the prices way up because they know people on vacation want to use them. And to find a house that will accommodate our family year round with pets is near to impossible. But now my landlord sent a certified letter in the mail and said, you guys now have until October 15th to be out, which is like legal. And we've been like stressing the hell out, trying to find a place that'll work for us. And we don't want to pull our kids out of the school they've been going to here in this town. So we don't want to move out of town. Stressed out to the max. Haven't even packed up a thing yet because we don't know where we're going. And at the same time, it's heartbreaking to me. I'm sitting outside by the campfire tonight drinking a beer, looking around, and I'm like, I got tears coming to my eyes, because it's like, no matter where we go, end up or whatever, I'm leaving my home of 30 fucking years. And it sucks, man. It sucks. You know? I'm gonna document and do more videos of the property before we end up leaving, just so I have it, and maybe I'll show it down the road on the channel again. But man, there's nothing worse than that. It just sucks. It really does. So if we find a place, we might be living in a fucking hotel, or well, I shouldn't say that because my wife, a few of you guys over in the Discord, I think Deadly knows. My wife recently got a job over at this new renovated haunted inn called the General Stanton Inn. It's a restaurant from like beyond like before the 1800s. I think it was in the 1700s. I'm not even sure. It's been around forever, and they turned it into like there's like rooms you could rent upstairs, like bed and breakfast type style, and then there's a restaurant, there's a pub, but it's been known to be haunted. But there's an old house outside connected to it. It's been vacant, but the new owners that bought the restaurant said, hey, if you're working here, you want to live in that house, as long as you're working here, you could stay there for free. The only downsides about that are it's only got a couple bedrooms that are small as a closet. It's got a stand-up shower, and it's kind of like between the parking lot and like the restaurant, and it's next to a busy road. And the main reason why we're kind of sketched out about it is because what if my wife has drama with work and it's like she's never leaving there. She's there all the time. What if they need somebody to work and she's feeling sick or doesn't? She's right there. It's kind of annoying. It seems kind of like, I don't know. We're trying to find a place right now. We'd rather rent a place and pay money by the month than to get a free home right on the property of work. I mean, you guys got to think about that. So we're kind of like up in the air with that situation. But if worse comes to worse, we're going to have to take it. And, it's super, super outdated. It's got like shag carpets, dark wall panel, musty smelling. I don't even know. I don't even know, man. So there's that. And yeah, the biggest problem too, according to as far as the channel goes, when we're going through the process of actual moving and all, even starting now, like I can't believe I'm actually even live streaming right now because I'm not going to be on that much, and we're going to be moving, so I'm going to have to break down all the equipment here. I can't be uploading videos, and that'll be the time that Texas Chainsaw Massacre has a ton of updates coming out, trailers, updates, news, and then I won't be around to share it, and then I'll be like, God, why now? I should ask Gun Media. I should say, hey, can you guys just wait until I move into my new home? They'll be like, yeah, we'll wait for you, Camp. We'll put our business and profit to the side and wait for you to get settled. Then we'll take care of shoot out the updates. I'm just joking about that, but yeah, so I mean, we even have school starting next week, and we got 3 kids. Dude, we are stressed out, depressed, not knowing even where we're going. We don't even know if our kid's going to stay in the same school, for crying out loud. All I can do is sit here and have a nice ice cold beer and get my mind off of it and talk to you fine campers here at camp. You guys keep my sanity alive, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Anyways, I'm sorry if I'm missing the chat. I'm just ranting here. And I'm going to put my glasses on so I can read better. If you guys want to ask me any questions or anything, feel free, as long as it's not about something that, Slick Ninja says, yeah, it's a lot of stress. I know. And again, you guys, I know a lot of people out there go through this kind of stuff all the time, and I don't want to be like a crybaby here, but I'm just it's kind of like I want to relay what's going on so you guys kind of know if I'm not streaming or uploading a video. You guys can relate and be like, oh yeah, what game you think Gun Media will make next? They were thinking about jumping onto The Crow, the movie The Crow, but I don't think they had any luck with the owners of that movie. They brought the idea to the table, and I don't think I think they were asking too much money, and they wanted to they didn't like some of the ideas that Wes Keltner had or something like that, and I think it kind of got put on the back burner. And it was going to be a single player, not a multiplayer. I think that's what he said. Mikey Wynn says, I hope it gets better. The Goat Man, hello. Alex, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, and we don't want to move into an apartment complex. We want a house because, dude, we got 3 kids that are loud, and there's not too many apartment complexes that would fit us. And that's another thing too, you guys. I don't know the cable. Like right now, we have high speed fiber optic internet, and it's great. But I know somebody that moved, and they were like a legit good streamer, but because of they bought a house, and they didn't know this, but where they bought the house, there was no good internet connection. They couldn't even they like he had the money to pay for it, but they had no internet out there that was good enough to live stream, so he had to stop live streaming. That would suck, man. Yeah, Deadly's got a point, and I thought about that too, and I'm trying to explain to my wife a little bit. We might just have to take that house on the property of her work and call it like a temporary solution. Like, just don't set up shop there. Like, don't make it like home. Just move in, and while we're there and feel like we have weight off of our shoulders, keep looking for another place. You know, I mean, worst comes to worst, that's where we might have to go. And if you look at the bright side, like I told you guys before, it's a haunted hotel. I could use that to my advantage in my horror movie YouTube channel and start doing like a series of like going out at night. There's a graveyard. There's a historic graveyard right behind the house too. And if you go upstairs in the hotel, the rooms are known to be haunted. Like things like people have been like shoved on the shoulder. Things have like cold breezes come through, doors slamming. I could go in there and I could vlog. Possibly. I might get the shit scared out of me though. Some rich man helped us. That's awesome. I wish I had that kind of luck, man. I keep dreaming about it. Like, imagine if, like, one day, like, say tomorrow, I wake up and somebody leaves me an email saying, "Hey, I'm rich, and by the way, your family needs help. We're gonna buy that house for you guys." And I'm like, that'll never happen, man. I'm like, maybe somebody would buy it for us, and then we'll pay like the rent to them, the mortgage or something, because we have bad credit. Then we could just pay them, because then we don't have to move and we're still at home. That's the problem, man. This is home. It doesn't even matter if we find a beautiful mansion down the road that's like amazing. We're still leaving our home. That's the problem. But I mean, obviously, we still can't even find a place to live. So I might have to get one of these campers or 2 of them and park them over at the campground. Yeah, I mean, you hear those stories, Ghosty Fire, about people like that have no other family, but they have so much money that they just help people out. I mean, even like friggin' what's his name, the YouTuber, what's his name, who's that YouTuber that just gives away shit all the time? Uh, the huge YouTuber, what's his name? Mr. Beast. I don't know how he does it, but he just gives vehicles away to people. He bought some kid a home. He brought him shopping, and he was faking him out the whole video. He was like pretending like he was just help. He was gonna pay him to help him move furniture that he was buying for somebody, and he was helping him move all that furniture into that house. And at the end of the video, he turns around and tells the kid, "You know that furniture you just moved into this house? Well, that's your furniture, and this is your new house." And the kid was like, what? You know what I mean? Ghosty Fire is Ghost Rider. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. What's up? And I'm also going to pick up my wife from work at 9 o'clock. It's 7:23 right now. Again, you guys, I just wanted to kind of come on, chat for a little bit, just say what's up, hang out with you guys, kind of go over with what's going on. I don't know if you guys saw, I was trying to live stream from outside at the campfire earlier, but it just didn't work. And that, my plan originally this summer, if this didn't come into play, like this whole mess, I was gonna set up like a long Ethernet cord connected to our router, that like 100-footer that goes out to the backyard, and I was gonna do a couple of like live streams by the fire at night, and I was gonna do something cool, but not now. The past few days I've been driving back and forth to the malls, taking the kids clothes shopping for school, and getting the whole school, like getting ready to go to school next week. So I've been doing that. Uh, just other stuff. We got you into horror. Who? I've been into horror movies my whole life, man. I've been ever since I was about 7.5, 8 years old. Because you guys heard the story when I first saw my first horror movie. I was 8 years old and I saw Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter. I rented it with my parents down the road from here at a VHS rental store, a little mom and pop shop. I walk in and I remember my mom saying, I'll let you rent your first horror movie. And I knew where the horror movie section was. I just never really was allowed to walk over there between the owner of the store, knew I was underage, and my mom. But this time she's like, go ahead in front of the owner, and the owner was like, oh, he's gonna rent his first horror movie. And I walked around, and back then I was just looking at the pictures on the covers of, I didn't know what any of the movies were. In the first movie I saw that drew my attention was obviously the most brutal cover, and it was, Friday the 13th, the final chapter. It has that knife going through the mask with blood coming all underneath the mask. That, I didn't know what Friday the 13th was. I just saw it and I grabbed it and I'm like, this one, I want to rent this one. It looks scary and it looks gory. I had no idea. And we rented that, and we rented Police Academy, just came out on VHS. And I knew that that was supposed to be a comedy. So I went back down the road. We weren't living here at the time. We were living across the street from the rental store. And I went into our cold, dark den that had tiled floor. And it had a little bit of an echo. And I popped the VHS in. And I had the little lamp lit to the side. But it was kind of dark, but not too dark. But dark enough. I was by myself, and I had the door shut. And I started watching Friday the 13th. I had no idea what I was getting into. But from beginning to end, I was focused. Back then, we had no cell phones. We had no, distractions. I was watching the movie from beginning to end. And my imagination was in the shoes of the characters. I didn't have a notepad and a pad. I wasn't sitting there like these kids nowadays that go to these movies and criticize fucking everything and everything. I was sitting there like, holy crap. The movie ended and the credits are rolling up, and I was just sitting there like, I was like a cross between disturbed, amazed, shooken up, couldn't believe what I just saw, and I just loved it. But at the same time, I'm like, where the hell is that Police Academy movie? I knew it was a comedy. I put it on because I wanted to change the tone a little bit. I needed to soothe myself a little bit from that. And that was the first horror movie I ever saw. It was Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter. Supreme Slay says the Part 4 poster is so simple, but so amazing and iconic. I know. And why does my green screen keep doing that? It's so weird. It's like keeps blotchy. Yeah, the banana kill was it kind of just it was kind of like the fact that she was this chubby girl on the side of the road just chewing this banana, and it was already gross to begin with because before anything bad happened to her, she was kind of like it was kind of like chewing it and dripping off the side of her, and she was all kind of like it kind of looked like a little pasty around her lips, and it was just gross. And then the fact that when Jason came behind her and started, you could see the bulge of the knife pushing the front of her throat, and you knew there was banana in there too, and the fact that she was like squeezing the banana because she was like getting stabbed, and it was just like disgusting and like like almost like one of those kills that they could have like it might have got like cut because it was so like gory and realistic. And you guys remember in that scene, Jason actually he doesn't talk, but he grunts. A lot of people out there are like, Jason never talked. Jason never grunt. Yes, he does. He grunts. Um, he grunted like very heavily on that scene. He's like, I can't mimic it, but um, Ted White did the whole like that. And I actually remember when Gun Media was making Friday the 13th the game. I requested, can you guys put some grunts in there? And some people in the community were like, Jason doesn't grunt. And then some people were like, well, yes, he does. And they're like, no, he doesn't. Camp Facer doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm like, and then I remember Ronnie from Gun Media chimed in and says something like, well, he does. If you watch part 3, part when he gets hung by the rope when he gets down at the barn, he grunts there. He grunts on the banana scene. There's a few scenes out there where Jason actually makes noise, but Gun Media didn't put it in there because they didn't want it to be like a repetitive thing that gets to be silly. You know what I mean? And I understand that why they didn't want it to be silly. But at the same time, I mean, look at some of the screams that some of the counselors do. Like Chad, when he gets like, he's like, ah! In part 8, he screams. Well, at the end, when he's in the sewer. But that's kind of like it was kind of a weird thing. It wasn't even like him screaming. It was kind of like it was kind of like a ghostly thing. It was kind of weird. But the human Jason grunting is what I'm talking about. Even when at the end of part 3, when he gets hit in the head with the axe, he does that whole like grunt. It got silly after part 9 or in part 9, yeah. I have the new collection over there. It's pretty cool. The box set. But what was I saying before that? Oh yeah, I was just talking about how like we lived near there, rented my first horror movie over at that that place is no longer a video rental store. I mean, go figure. Now it's a physical therapy place. It's the same building. They just remodeled it a little bit, repainted it. But now it's at I've always been wanting to go there and ask the people that run that place if I could do like after hours with them. Like they can unlock the door and let me do a walkthrough and just explain to my fans like this is where the rental desk was. This is where the movies were. Over here is where the horror movie section was, where I rented the movie. You know what I mean? But there might be obviously like it might be like professional like tables set up and medical stuff, and I don't know if they would allow me to do that, but I could definitely take a ride by the house that we used to live in where I saw the movie. Uh, it'd be a quick little like cruise by it with the camera because people live there, and I don't want to be like, "Hey, what are you doing filming my house?" You know. It'd be so cool if I could go in that house and show you guys my old bedroom and where I watched the movie and all that stuff. Where I used to do breakdancing on the floor in the kitchen. I learned how to do like the backspin, the windmill, back when I was into like Run DMC and like breakdancing and stuff. That movie Beat Street and the movie like Breakin' 2. I was into all that. He may have been reanimated, but he's still human, making sound so form and natural unless you're mute. Yeah. You're talking about Jason. Now, also, I know a couple people here heard the news too, but I read more about it today that Sean Cunningham mentioned, he hinted around that in 2023 there's going to be a new Friday the 13th movie in the works or coming out. I don't know like how it could be so soon though because of the lawsuit. I, wouldn't it take longer than that to come out? Do you think it would be like 2024? So I don't know how, if it's like a rumor or not. I don't know if it's like 100%. And it was very like vague. There wasn't that much information about it. It was just hinting around the fact that the lawsuit's basically over, and Sean Cunningham, because it's, what is it, 13 years later? This is 13 years ago in 2023 since the 2009 remake came out. It's been what, 13 years? And then you got to question, what is this movie going to be? Is it going to be as good as what we want it to be? Is it going to be a remake? Is it going to be part two of the remake? Is it going to be like a continuation? Are they going to go back before the first movie? Because I heard stories and rumors of a prequel to Friday the 13th, like with his mom and his dad. I mean, that could be interesting, but I don't want them to ruin like a story that we have in our head, kind of like Halloween. Rob Zombie's Halloween was pretty damn cool. I liked it, but some people, and even myself, argue like they didn't need to do that because now it ruined like the mystery behind it. Sometimes it's always better to have that mystery. Like Michael Myers, what was he before he became like the beginning of part one when he's holding the knife after stabbing his sister? What drew him to do that? And before Rob Zombie's Halloween, I always had that mystery of like pure evil, but now it showed like that the blonde kid taking the stick and beating that kid in the woods after school, and it was brutal and everything. But I don't know. Some people liked it, some people hated it. Slick Ninja says, "I hope they make a prequel." Malachi Austin, is that you? Camping with Steve, the Canadian YouTuber. His wife just died in her sleep. There's always a worse situation Camp Facer. The situation will toughen your kids up, hopefully in a good way. What does that even mean, man? That's kind of a weird thing to say. I mean, we all know there's worse situations. You guys, I already admitted this, okay? You're acting like you're kind of acting like am crying about it and no one's had a worse situation. And like why would my kids need to be toughened up? They're already tough enough, man. It's kind of weird. That's not Malachi. Okay. I want a prequel saying stuff about Pamela, but you shouldn't cover Jason, only Pamela because she's barely in the film. But a prequel would be cool, but at the same time, it, like would it be interesting enough? Would it be a Friday the 13th movie? Cuz like would there be like the killings going on, or where obviously there's not Jason cuz Jason's still a little boy. I would think maybe like it would be like a prequel leading into years later, like how he came out of the water. How about like a prequel and then a moment between like part one and part two? Like, how did Jason come to life? How did he survive on the land to grow that old? What did he eat? How did he? Maybe it shows him making his like little Jason shack. You know, maybe stuff like that. Maybe he did kill people and they went missing, but nobody knew about it. Like there was no story there. Um, I want to see something like that, but like a prequel before, like showing his mom how she joined the campground, and how he ended up drowning, um, and then going from after part one and in like before part two. That would be cool as hell too. So like a series of like a prequel slash, you know what I mean? Well, Malachi, it's kind of like everything happens for a reason, they always say. I mean, you guys, I mean, I've said it too. What if we move before the date and then a fucking tree that, because this place is surrounded by trees, what if like two trees caves the entire house in, but we're not here, and somebody said, "Oh, if anybody was living there, they'd all be dead." You know? Who knows? Um you just had to take a break from Discord. A break from what? Posting yourself eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I'm just kidding. I gotta go because I got to go somewhere. All right, man. Thank you for popping in. I'm not gonna be here much longer. I just wanted to chime in and say hi to you guys, hang out for a bit. Um, this guy's been acting weird for weeks now. Who? Who's? Mhm. Yeah. Earlier I mentioned there's storms coming up, but we've just been out of the red zone, but they've been passing all day. And I thought like when I went live here that my live stream was gonna go from lightning or something, but I keep hearing the thunder out there, and it just started downpouring like about an hour ago. But we need the rain, man. It's been so dry. Need a break. Had the munchies. Well, he's always posting photos of him eating, and he's always making me hungry when I see those photos. But then he's like, "I need a break." Yeah, give the video a like, my channel. I mean, it always helps you guys. It really does. Just interaction, like commenting, liking the videos. If you haven't subscribed, that's notification bell, all that stuff. Because my channel right now, I don't make like the greatest content out there. Like I don't do videos of like those clickbaiters out there that do that stuff, like the ones that get like millions of views because they do ridiculous shit, like light their rooms on fire and like jump up and down like half naked and like scream walking, like there's just so much ridiculous content out there. But I mean, they're making those views, man. They're getting the subscribers. They're doing something right. But I'm not one of those people. So my point being is my subscriber count is very going up very slowly, and a lot of that is because the YouTube algorithm isn't shooting the videos out to everybody, and any little interaction with the channel on the videos helps just a little bit. Uh, Even if you see a video and you don't hate it, but you just don't feel like clicking the like button, just go click the like button because I'm telling you, it just helps. Yeah, and there's those people out there that move out of state, like Ethan just said, because there's homes that are way cheaper, and you could start a whole new lifestyle. But man, I couldn't imagine leaving this place. I would be homesick. I wouldn't be able to do it. None of us. We like it here. It's expensive as hell, but that doesn't matter. What matters is being happy. You're not fake. You make real videos for real people. I mean, I get what you're saying, and I do, but some people just look at it like a joke. They're just like, your content sucks. Well, you know what? Fuck you to those people that say that shit, because Camp Facer does suck. Eat it. That's why, you guys, Camp Facer sucks. He does. Camp Facer sucks. We're gonna throw it back in the troll's face and say Camp Facer sucks and make them confused, so confused that they're gonna shoot themselves in the head. they'll get so mad they'll like throw their computer screen out the window because they can't beat if they can't beat me with it, then they're gonna throw it out the window and they're gonna go. Yeah, but I hear you 100%. Uh, but nice guys finish last. I'm one of those. I'm finishing last because I'm not one of those idiots jumping up. Maybe I should have, Maybe I should have just went that route and been a complete idiot and made stupid fake videos and been one of those clickbaiters to you know, I've done some silly things in my content here and there and well, that's a loud one. I've done some silly videos just for fun and to test the waters, and they didn't get anywhere because you have to when you start a YouTube channel, you guys, I've learned over the years of doing this, you have to, and I thought this was I always thought that this was not true. I always thought it would be better to be variety of a bunch of stuff. That's cool for the people that are there, but you have to. Hold on. I'm live streaming.
Oh my god.
A few more minutes. You have to make you have to make content when you start the channel up. Every video has to stay within that realm, like within that circle of content. And you have to be consistently pumping out the one piece of content over. Mikey Wynn with the $5. Thank you so much. Mikey Wynn says, I hope you can get everything sorted out. I hope this helps. Thank you for the $5, Mikey Wynn. Much appreciated. Cheers, bro. Yeah, so when you start a YouTube channel, the best thing to do, I've learned the hard way, is you have to be consistent with one piece of you're like your niche. You have to keep that going on that one track, because once you start doing that, the algorithm, because this is how it works. YouTube has a computerized algorithm system that starts picking up on that, and they go out in the YouTube goes out and finds people that like that kind of content, and they like connect it with like a wire to your videos, and they say, hey, these people that like this stuff, here's this content creator's videos, boom, 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 and it starts gaining traction out of nowhere. New people discover the videos, and that's how my daughter, for instance, she does Bridgie Bloxburg Roblox videos. That's all she does, and she just does builds, tutorials, speed builds. And no matter what she does, those videos are getting traction every time. Boom, 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 boom. Me, on the other hand, because I played and tested the waters with so many different kind of little things here and there, YouTube's getting confused with it, and YouTube doesn't know what the fuck to do with my videos, so it's the wrong way to go. And it sucks saying this, but you got to just do one thing on YouTube. If you want to make it anywhere, you have to do one thing and one thing only. That's why I told Bodhi Channel, your video started getting traction with the theme park ride. You should just do the theme park. Just do theme park and just do it over and over and over again. And before you know it, man, you're going to be up to like 100,000 subscribers, and every video is going to get up to like 30,000 views. I'm telling you, that's how it works with YouTube. It's true. Ethan even knows it, I've always been thinking about like keeping this channel going and do what I do because I love it, and this is my passion. That's the problem with me here. I just love live streaming, talking about horror movies, collectibles, gaming, and more. I just like this, but I've always been thinking, should I start another channel and go the route what I just said and come up with a niche and just do that one thing, and that will be my money maker, and this will be my passion. So I'll have my passion video channel, but then my money maker, but I just don't have the energy to do two full-time things, Variety gaming works for some people, yeah, but some people start doing that after they did their niche. They got up there, they got that algorithm going and all the viewers and subscribers, then they started doing variety. But those people, some of those people that you're talking about are the ones that just live streamed Call of Duty over and over again. They got famous off of Fortnite over and over again or whatever. But but now they're like variety streamers. And of course, it also has to do with being original, and it has to do with being like your character. Are you a likable person? Do you show your face? Do you talk to your community? How do you interact? Is your content actually interesting? I get that, but what I'm saying is, you could be the most interesting, interactive person out there in the world. You could give away free money to everybody, but if you're not doing a consistent thing, the one topic of YouTube won't find your videos and won't shoot it out to the right people. And your algorithm will be shit. It'll be done. It'll just be... Well, no, the amusement park thing, you could always make it interesting. Like I just said, you could, but as long as he keeps pumping out the going to the park, talking about, you could talk about the same roller coaster 100 times and make each video more interesting than the last one. You just got to find a way to make it interesting and not boring and repetitive. But what I'm saying is, if Bodhi does amusement park ride one day, and then the next video is him showing his puppy dog, YouTube's not going to know what to do with his videos, and they're not going to share it to the right people, and then it's just going to flatline. And that's what happens, and I've seen it over and over and over again. I've experienced it. I'm just letting you guys know how it works, or how I think it works, and seen it. I would love to see everybody be successful. I mean, I want to see Deadly blow up. I'd like to see Ethan blow. All you guys blow up. I don't get jealous really when somebody blows up beyond me. I mean, look at my own daughter. I taught her how to do YouTube. She asked me one day, "Dad, how do you do a YouTube channel? Can you help me out?" And I set it up for her and everything. I mean, I know it's my daughter. How are you going to get jealous over your daughter? But look at her now. She's got 30,000 subscribers. She's racking in the big money, man. And here I am working my tail off on it, and I'm not getting anywhere. But I'm not. I'm happy for her. I'm like you. I tell her, I'm like, you should keep doing what you're doing. Just keep doing it. Don't slow down. Keep doing it. Because she recently got a job at restaurants, busting her ass, sweating in a hot kitchen, doing like waitressing or bussing tables and stuff. And she would come home tired, exhausted. She'd work all week and only make X amount of money. And she didn't make half as much as she made on YouTube, sitting at her computer in her own time, happy, doing what she was doing. So I told her, I'm like, why don't you just go back to doing YouTube? Just pump those videos out. Get creative, and whatever works, I told you guys on Discord one day, one of my friends was like, that's not a real job. You can't make money off of YouTube. And he was like, I'm ashamed. You should have your daughter do a real job. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? A real job? What are you talking about? Like, what's a real job? Because she's not sweating and busting her ass? Slick Ninja, you should start a YouTube channel, but like, take notes of what I'm saying, because I'm not trying to preach here, and I'm not trying to be like a know-it-all, but I'm just telling you guys 100% what YouTube does. It's not like YouTube's like watching you being like, oh, this guy's creative, let's get him some traction. It's a freaking, what sucks about YouTube is it's computerized. It goes off of like what it, it's just the way it is. And I mean, you can get fans that like your content and like tell their friends. That does happen, but most of the time that's not where the masses are coming from. It's all recommendations, what YouTube's recommending to people that watch this certain style, whatever. So that's how it works. Which horror movie are you excited for this year?
Spirit Halloween.
Yeah, well, she just said it. That looks pretty fun. I saw that trailer, the Spirit Halloween trailer. That looks like a fun, like, and then there's I don't know if you want to call this a horror movie or not, but the new Hocus Pocus movie is coming out. It's like a family thing. I've always grown up watching Hocus Pocus, but then there's Halloween Ends. I'm excited for, obviously. Uh, yeah. Other than that, I don't really know unless I'm missing something. But like I'm tired of always talking about the most popular movies. Like people always say, what video game, horror movie, video game IP would you want next? Everyone always jumps to the most popular. They're always like Halloween, or they're like Nightmare on Elm Street. But then like what about like yeah like Terrifier? What imagine there being a Terrifier video game. Or like something that's like a B-rated horror from the 80s that nobody would think about, but it'd be a freaking amazing horror game. But yeah, you know what? Supreme Slice said it right there. I can't wait for Terrifier 2. I mean, Terrifier 1 was amazing, and I even have the prequel to that. You guys did, I don't know if you guys know about All Hallows Eve. Art the Clown was in that, and that's a movie. It's not considered to be Terrifier, but All Hallows Eve is here. I'll get it. Let me go grab it. If you guys haven't seen, I found it on accident, by the way. I was looking at movies at like FYE in the mall, and I was like, "What the hell is this? Art the Clown? What the hell's Hallows Eve?" And it was used, and I bought it, and I'm like, "Holy shit!" It's kind of like a prequel to that movie. Hold on. See if I can find it here. Where is she? Hang on, I need to grab my phone for a flashlight. Where is it? Let's see. Aha, I found it. In my library of movies that soon will be in storage or packed in a box until we move. Yes, All Hallows Eve. If you guys haven't seen this, it's kind of like a series of short stories, but Art the Clown's tied into each short story. And then at the end, something, I don't want to give it away, but and here's the back. It's pretty creepy, man. I think it's a different actor though. That's the only bad part is a different actor playing Art the Clown. Because in Terrifier, it's what's his face. The Thornton guy, is his name something Thornton? But in this movie, it's a different actor. But if you're into Terrifier, you got to pick this up because it's definitely worth being inside the collection of Terrifier movies. And here's the disc. So yeah, All Hallows Eve. Actually, after I watched this, I'm the type of person that, like, I packed it away and I didn't want to be haunted by the face because this is it at night when you see this at night after watch. I like slasher movies and fun movies, but I don't like haunting movies. Like the haunting movies terrify me so bad. Like I can watch Sleepaway Camp, Hatchet, Friday the 13th, stuff like that. But then when I watch a movie like those haunting movies, like what's name some? I can't even think of them any off the top of my head. Yeah, like the House on Haunted Hill, or wait, what is it? The Haunting of Hill House, or like Poltergeist. I can deal with Poltergeist. That's a fun '80s movie, but like Paranormal Activity movies. No, see, Poltergeist I could deal with. I love Poltergeist. It's one of my favorite movies, but paranormal activity movies where it's quiet and it shows like the cameras like in real time. I can't deal with it because I feel like later when I go to the bathroom or down the hallway, I'm gonna hear a noise and freak the fuck out.
That's why.
You know, so I could deal with like the other kind of movies are fine, but paranormal movies, forget it, man, because my mind just starts running away from me. Like down like I'll lose my mind. I get to the point where like I can't even sleep because I hear a noise and I feel like I'm just gonna be haunted. And here I am getting ready to move into like a possible haunted like freaking
It was a
restaurant.
backyard graveyard.
Yeah, the backyard graveyard. I gotta turn the AC back on. It's getting a little hot, and I'm probably gonna end the stream here in a minute, you guys.
You can stay on longer if you want.
Well, I wasn't gonna end it just because of you. I was just gonna only do a short stream.
Well, you can if you want. I'm busy now.
See, she was getting ready to play some Friday the 13th, and I tell you guys this, and I don't know if you believe me, but she's on it every night. She loves it. I love watching her. And whenever she's Jason, I backseat drive her. Like I'll sit there, and when she's trying to go after these people and they're trolling her, I'm like, shift. I'm like, break the window, put a trap. Oh, come on, why didn't you put the trap? Oh, I told you to put the trap. And she's like, I'm trying, Dad. Gaming Trucker with the becoming a member of the channel. I thought he already was. Thank you so much, Gaming Trucker. Cheers, bro. Oh, Michael J. Fox, The Frighteners. That movie was classic. I haven't seen that in a long time. Those are the kind of movies that I like. The Shining, awesome movie. That wasn't too bad. I'm just talking about like the what do you call those movies, like Blair Witch Project type of movies? What kind of film? I have a brain fart here. What do you call that? Found footage. Found footage. Paranormal movies scare the crap out of me. Now, I've said this once before. I've said it plenty of times before, not just once. My scariest movie. You guys want to know the scariest movie ever made, in my opinion? This is just my opinion, and some people laugh about it. Some people say, how do you think that's scary? Some people agree with me. They're like, holy shit, man, it's one of the scariest movies ever made. And I agree. The scariest movie I've ever seen in my life, in no matter how many times I've seen it, and I watch it, I still agree it's the scariest movie, in my opinion, is The Blair Witch Project. That's, I have the t-shirt. I saw it in the movie theater, but when I saw it in the movie theater, before I even saw it in the movie theater, and even after I saw it in the movie theater, you guys remember it was advertised as a real thing that happened. They were faking everybody out back in the 90s. They were faking everyone out. It was on the news. There was like television things about it. They said that these teens really went missing for real life, and they made like a movie, but they put some of the real footage that they found in the woods. The investigators, they said they were showing. So when we went to the movie theater to see this movie, you guys, I thought I was watching real footage of these people that went missing, but then obviously they kind of added a little bit to it to make it a theatrical like thing. And one of the scariest things about the Blair Witch Project, I'll tell you, is have you ever been lost in real life to the point where you're not just lost, but you keep trying to find your way out of the situation, and you just keep getting deeper and deeper into the situation where your mind starts telling you, oh fuck, I'm in trouble. Like your adrenaline starts pumping. So that's what really bothered me about the movie is they're deep in the woods and they're doing circles because somebody decided to throw the freaking map away or whatever. And they don't have cell phones back then. And they're so lost that they keep ending up at the same spot they started, and they traveled for like hours, and it's starting to get dark. And then obviously, if you've seen the movie, they start hearing noises out in the woods like something's messing with them. That doesn't sound like an animal. It sounds like something out there. And then it gets worse and worse every night. And then every day they're freaking out and they're crying and they keep doing circles. They're lost. They can't get out of the woods. And stuff gets worse and worse every night with like something hitting the tent. And they hear like little kids and like giggling and they start screaming and running. And then they hear crackling way out in the woods. And they're like, dude, that to me, I got goosebumps thinking about it right now. I am freaking out just thinking about it. And then the whole ending where Josh is standing in the corner of the abandoned house. It's like, holy crap. And some people are like, that movie sucked, man. You don't get to see a witch. There's no witch. You don't see the witch's face. But that's what makes it more terrifying. It's all in here. The fact that you don't see the witch, but something gets, like, she's there, does something, but you never see her. I, like, holy crap balls. Holy crap balls. But yet, there's kids out there that say that movie was the worst movie ever made. It was boring. I laughed. I fell asleep. Or blah, blah, blah. It's like, all right, whatever. You don't have imagination. It's like, I don't know how you were brought up, but like you're probably sitting there with a notepad and a pen taking notes. And that's what I always preach to people. Go to the movies and bring a bucket of popcorn and open up your imagination a little bit. Stop criticizing every damn movie you see, because if you do, you're not going to even enjoy the movie. It's a movie. It's fiction. It's supposed to be fake. It's supposed to be meant to be like, Nightmare on Elm Street isn't supposed to be like, hey, wait a minute. How could somebody kill somebody in a dream? That would never happen. No shit. It's a movie. Pretend a little bit. Dive into the... I get there's bad movies out there, there's good movies out there, but like just don't over criticize everything you see. Because if you do, you're not going to enjoy it. Eyes Wide Shut in the movie was fucking amazing. That scene at the Illuminati party, very haunting. I don't know if I've ever seen Eyes Wide Shut. Yeah, people always do, man. They always got those notepads and pens out. I'm gonna take a fucking lighter with gasoline and burn them next time I see them. Did you see the new Candyman? No, I, you know, I kind of grew up watching some of the original Candyman movie, but the new one. When I remember seeing the trailer coming out, and it would show that scene where the kids they're in the bathroom, like I think it's a school bathroom or something, and they're making a joke about it, and then something happens finally, and then the Candyman comes. But I thought it was supposed to be a good movie, but some people in the Discord, some of you guys were saying it's an awful movie. So I never usually judge a movie I haven't seen by what people say. I always like give it my opinion first. But I have so many things I'm trying to catch up on and watch that like you guys saying that, I'm like, I'm putting it on the back burner. I'll give it a watch. I'll give it a shot and try to be open minded about it as much as possible. I'm not gonna criticize it with a pad and a notepad and a. But I'm just saying, I'm putting movies I hear bad about on the back burner and catch up on what I'm trying to watch first. So then I'll watch it and then I'll let you guys know. I thought somebody in the chat or the Discord was saying it wasn't that good. I didn't know what background I was going to go with today. Let me see. No, not that one. I'll keep it. I'll keep it the trailer. Ooh. Ooh. Watch. Can you guys hear the sound of that right now? Is there sound there? I can't wait, boys. I cannot wait for this game. Oof. Crack. Probably cracked his skull right there. He's probably gonna start bleeding out of his eyes. That's awesome. Chop her up. Get some barbecue ready for Camp Face Sawyer. All right. That was for Captain Sawyer right there. I know you want to watch some of that. All right. Don't listen to us dumbasses. No, man. I'm not making fun of anybody. Do you want to do a movie night this week and watch some killer clowns from outer space? Possibly. I mean, the new Candyman is perfect sequel to the original. I had very low expectations about the movie, and I was surprised after watching it. All right, so I'm getting some different, okay, opinions here on it. Captain Sawyer, you ever take pictures of the YouTube videos when you're done? I do. It's real fun. I wonder who says that in the trailer. I wonder if that's like a family member that we're gonna get introduced to. Is that gonna be like maybe even like Chop Top? I wonder who that is. You never know. Well, no. Wait, my bad. That was Nubbins. That was the hitchhiker. But what I meant was, who is he talking to? Johnny. Who's Johnny? That's obviously Johnny's not. That's not Chop Top. Who's Johnny is what I meant to say. Who is Nubbins talking about at the end of that trailer? When he's like, "Hey, Johnny." Is Johnny gonna be a new playable character that we don't know, or is it gonna be? Is Johnny like actually in one of the films? Because there's so many films that like I don't remember a Johnny. I think Johnny is a random Sawyer character. Johnny Sawyer has to be a family member. Yeah, but is he actually in one of the movies? Like, is there a Johnny that we missed? I bet you it's going to be a new introduced character to the game, to the franchise. Well, no, what I'm saying, Malachi, though, is Johnny like maybe like a character that we kind of like in one of the movies that like you just didn't notice, and he had a short little scene, and like maybe his name wasn't even mentioned, maybe he was just there, but like technically in the story, his name was Johnny.
Dad, his name's not Johnny, it's Tommy.
Oh, we're not talking about Tommy Jarvis. Are you coming to the Silver Scream Con this weekend? Derek Millen in the house. What's up, Derek? I will not be. We got too much going on, Derek, with the whole moving situation and everything. I don't know if you heard, Derek, but we have been living here for like 30 years. We've been renting this house from our landlord, and out of the blue, right out of left field, just like that, he decided to call us up and say, "Hey, I'm selling the house." And then he's like, "You guys got like till October 15th to be out." And we're like, "Oh, crap." Not only are we trying to find a place, which is near to impossible around here to try to keep our kids in the same school district and everything, we need to rent a whole house, like a 3-bedroom house, is near to impossible. But then we're also leaving the home we've been growing up at this place
And
right
the
here.
prices are crazy.
And that too, the prices are sky high, man. Around here, a house, like a 2 to 3 bedroom
3,000 a
house.
month.
Well,
It's 3,000 a month.
some of them are like $2,300 a month. Some of it's anywhere between $2,300 a month to
It's 3,500.
$3,500 a month for rent. If I had good credit, I'd buy a house, but I don't. So that being said, I don't think we're gonna be doing anything out of priority. Like, oh, you know, if we were settled still and everything was fine and dandy, I would probably jump on that, man. I would probably get on the wagon and be like, I'll meet you there, Derek. You guys don't know Derek. Derek Millen has a YouTube channel that says Derek Millen, just as it is. Type in Derek Millen on YouTube. He does, like, it's called Detours. That's his niche, is he just goes from place to place and just vlogs. Like, he goes to conventions. He goes to, like, theme parks sometimes. He'll go to, like, different bars. He'll just anything, like, any kind of events and stuff like that. He'll go there, and he does a lot of the month of October. He goes to Salem, Massachusetts, and walks the streets of Salem, and it's Salem, Mass, you guys, and in October especially. It's crazy there. There's all, like, you know, the witch towns, the history of it, Halloween stuff. Derek Millen's videos are fun as hell to watch, and if you guys ever get a chance, check it out for sure. I met Derek. He was in one of my videos, actually, when I went to the last Rhode Island Comic Con. We bumped into each other, and it was awesome meeting him. Especially after the time I had with friggin' what's his face? From Scream. Matthew Lillard. Waiting 2 hours in line for Matthew Lillard for him to rub me the wrong way. And I was, like, so pissed off.
How did he rub you the wrong way?
Because I was rolling my camera and I didn't realize that I wanted to film him doing an autograph for me. And that's what a lot of people do. They're like, I paid for an autograph and I was just shooting down to do an autograph. But because I asked him a question, he's like, no cameras allowed. And it just kind of made me like, he didn't treat me like I was trying to just talk to him like a human being, not like a movie star. And he was acting like I was like an annoying person just getting an autograph and filming him. And it was very short. And I just was like, all right, cool. Oh, well, nice meeting you.
Who's that?
Who is
Matthew Williams?
No, Lillard.
Who is that?
It's one of the guys from the movie Scream, Ghostface.
Oh.
So after standing there for 2 friggin' hours to get, like, kind of like, all right, see ya. I was like, oh, cool. Yeah. And then I met Derek and I was like, Derek, boy, what's up? And I'm like, good. I had more fun seeing Derek than I did seeing Ghostface at the convention. So Derek definitely cheered my day up. He made my day there. Yeah, check his channel out. I'm not saying you have to go over there and subscribe. At least just check it out. Derek, him and I relate. We drink the tall boy beers too. I mean, I'm drinking a Pabst Blue Ribbon right now. I mean, that's nothing to it's nothing to really brag about, but but anyways, campers, I think I'm gonna end the stream there on that note. It was definitely fun hanging out, and this is a little different talking this time instead of just playing a video game. But don't be discouraged. We will be back with a live stream on a video game next time around, maybe. And yeah. Thank you guys for sticking around and chatting and listen to me rant and listen to my stories and so on. I got tall Coors Light. The silver bullet. Coors Light's a little too watery for me. Kind of like watered down beer, but it's cheap and it's okay. You know, sometimes you need that. You don't want like the IPAs all the time. You know? Yeah, so anyways, have a good night, everybody. I will see you guys on the flip side over on the Discord and so on. And be excellent to each other. Bill and Ted, you guys know, always say be excellent to each other. Party on. And what I always have to say is stay out of the woods.
Except my time. Forget the treasures we burn because we'll be just fine. I try to take off my head sometimes because I can't escape for the life of me. I haven't lost anything except my mind.